Hi, my name's Lauren from ACA, and today we're going to talk about problems with pronunciation. Some of the biggest pronunciation mistakes people make are vowels and word stress. We have actually covered those in great detail in other Les Beaux Mots videos. Also check out our pronunciation playlist on our YouTube channel. The link is in the description. In this video, we will talk about the typical pronunciation problems many learners have. We will talk about some of the natural phenomena that occurs with English pronunciation, as well as some common pronunciation mistakes learners make. Are you ready? Let's talk about minimal pairs. A minimal pair is when two words have all the same sounds except for one. Cute, cut. Pronunciation is always important, but never more so than with minimal pairs. If you do not pronounce the word correctly, then you will confuse everyone around you. I live for work every day around 7. Or, I leave in Montreal. In the first example, live should have been pronounced as leave, as in I leave for work every day at 7. Whereas in the second one, leave should have been pronounced as live, as in I live in Montreal. Sometimes spelling won't actually help you in knowing what is a minimal pair. Sometimes there'll be several letters difference, but still just one sound difference. For example, wrote and rot. I wrote the address on this paper. Sugary drinks rot your teeth. And sometimes there's no difference in spelling at all. Close, close. I love living close to the metro. What time does the store close? I'm going to show you some sentences with one of a minimal pair. You will decide which one is the corresponding minimal pair. The campground has a nice sight under the trees. Sit, fit. The hotel room you booked has a nice view of the sea. Flee, she. The dishes in the sink are dirty. Slick, think. We know that English spelling does not make it easy to pronounce the words. In other videos, we talked about vowels. In this video, we are going to talk about consonants. Other mistakes are pronouncing sounds that aren't there. Take a look at this word. A mistake people make is pronouncing it like receipt, when it actually should be receipt. What about this one? A mistake people make is pronouncing it like subtle instead of subtle. Here, the consonant combination creates a mouthful for an English speaker. These combinations, PT and BT, will drop the P and B in the word. In these cases, the first letter of the combination is dropped. This is also true for combinations like KN and GN. Try these examples. Doubt. Assign. Knife. There is an exception with MB where the first sound is pronounced and the second sound is dropped, like in bomb, plumber, comb. Salmon, the L is dropped and the A has this A sound, like in cat. Unfortunately, there isn't a rule associated with it, so you just have to memorize the small list where the L is not pronounced. Half, could, walk. As you know, the H in English is pronounced with this aspirated H. For example, a house, a horse, an hour. Wait, what happened there? English does have a silent H. There isn't a large list of these words, so it is easier just to memorize them. Here are some examples. Honest, honor, hour. And all words that come from these words also have a silent H, an hourglass. Also note that if the word does start with a silent H, then, like other words starting with a vowel sound, you must use the determiner an instead of a. Now, let's talk about the U in university and umbrella. Did you notice a difference? A university, an umbrella. Similar to the idea of the silent H, words that start with the U either have a sound or a y sound. It is the same sound as in the beginning of yellow. Unfortunately, there isn't a rule to know which one it is, so you just have to hear it and then practice. Note that if U words start with the y sound, the determiner is a instead of n. Regular U words will follow the same rule as other vowels and use un. In English, naturally the words are not pronounced one by one. No, what can happen is that the end of a word can attach to the beginning of the next word. Liaisons and chaining exist in English just like in French. Les enfants avec elle. As long as Jake works here, he must wear a tie. Did you notice the connecting words between as long as? And what about here? My name is Alex. Unlike French, English doesn't necessarily require that you connect the sounds between the words, but it will allow you to better understand native English speakers, and it will help you to sound much more natural. Try these sentences and see how the connections affect the flow. How's your family? Where'd you get that jacket? It has been a long time since I've seen her. So now you know about liaisons, where the sound at the end of the word carries over to the beginning of the next word. Now keep that in mind and look at these examples. I am. Did you hear the ya? Where did that come from? Well, that sound has always been there. The I is a diphthong. I. So this ya carries over to am to make I am. You also see this with O and W. For example, go away, go. These sounds, like other liaisons, carry the sounds between the words. So we've talked about these consonant sounds, yup and w, between vowels. Be careful though, because a common mistake learners make is inserting this h sound between vowels. Take a look at this example. I ate too much chocolate last night. That sounds odd, right? What it should have been was, I ate too much chocolate last night. This h sound is inserted and creates a lot of confusion for listeners. In English, the H is problematic for learners. In the past, learners may have corrected to pronounce the H as in, I hurt my arm playing basketball. Eventually, learners learn to pronounce the H in a productive way. Learners will mistakenly insert a h at the beginning of a vowel initial word like ate or angry. Going back to the first example, I ate too much chocolate last night. Remember that the y sound from the previous section. Here it is pronounced in between the I and ate to become I ate. We have covered several different kinds of sound changes in English, but what about if the sound is dropped altogether? This happens more than you think. Take a look at an example. I've been late twice. When you have two similar or same sounds, one after another, the first sound is dropped. So in late twice, you have two t sounds together. The t in late is dropped. Late twice. Try this one. The meeting isn't till tomorrow. Hey, can you lend me $20? I'm going to Toronto. This is a North American phenomenon. In the words 20 and Toronto, the t is dropped to sound like 20 and Toronto. There's another North American phenomenon where you have two t in between two vowels. That t sound becomes a d or a soft d sound called a flap. We see this in words like letter, fatter, better. I hope this video has helped you better understand English pronunciation. With practice, these examples will become much easier. If you like this, please check out our website lesbonmots.ca for more videos as well as our podcast and blog. Bye for now.